Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Nostech Academy. If you are new to this channel, you are welcome. Please consider subscribing. Guys, in this video, we're going to solve, and this is part 3 of 2024 GCE paper 1 mathematics. This is part 3. Okay, I've already done part 1 and part 2, and this is part 3. Okay, so part 3 will contain questions mainly from 11 up to 23. Yes. Okay, so key questions that carry a lot of marks, like usually 4 marks, 6. Okay, so let's start with the first one, which is question 11. Other questions have been covered in part 1, have been covered in part 1 and part 2. So let's get started. This is question 11. The diagram below shows the positions of towns A, B, and C. As you can see here, A, B, and C here. Okay. Then we are asked to find they're asking us what is the time at A if it is 05 hours at B. What is the time here at A if here at B it is 05 hours? Check. You need to ask yourself, okay? You need to ask yourself, this is very simple and it's just a mark. Check B is in the same longitude as what? As A. So if 2 points or 2 places are on the same longitude, it means that there is no time difference. Okay? Time is just the same. So what you can do here, question A, you can just write 05 hours. Just write time at A is 05 hours. Okay? Why 05 hours? The thing is, because these two are on the same longitude. Okay? If they were on the different longitude, that's when you would have calculated the time difference in longitude and different time difference, then we calculate the time at A. But since they're on the same longitude here, time is just the same as 05 there. Let's go to question B. Then the second question is asking us so the second question reads, a plane flew from town A to town C in 5 hours. What was the speed of the plane in knots? Knot, it means nautical miles per hour. Okay, so the formula for calculating speed is speed is equals to distance covered over time taken. Okay, now do you know the distance here that the plane covered from town A to town C? No, we don't know. The only thing we were given here is time. So first is you need to calculate distance. So this is the simplest formula you can use. The simple formula you can use. You can say distance is equals to theta times 60 degrees. This 60 degrees is always there on the formula. Just use theta times this. Now check this out. What is theta? Since the distance is from A to C here, this along the longitude 60 degrees, meaning we need theta is the difference in latitude A and C here. So the 60 and 30. So we need to add, since they're on the different hemispheres, we add 60. Let's just do this. You can say 60 plus 30, which is 90 degrees. So you can substitute here with 90 degrees. Okay, so it's 90 times 60. So here, distance is equals to 90 times 60. It should be 5,400, something like that. But just substitute the way it is as 90 times 60 over time taken, which is 85 hours. over 5 is equals to okay, so from here you can just reduce 5 here, 1, 5 into 6 is 1, remainder 1, then this one becomes 10, 5 into 10, 2, so this is just 12. In other words, we have 90 times 12, okay, which you can just simply calculate like this. You can say 90 times 12 like this. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 9 is 18, so you can write 18. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 9, it is 9. So place value here, then add. 0 plus 0 is 0. 8 plus 0 is 8. 1 plus 9 is 10. Okay, so the answer here is 1080 nodes. Okay, 1080 what? 1080 nodes. Okay, which is nautical miles per what? Nautical miles per hour. Okay, that's it. So we are done with question. What question is this? Question 11. Let's go to the next question. Okay, so we have question 20 here of 2024 GCE paper 1. So we are asked to, so this is the question. In the diagram below, A, B, and C are 3 points on the level ground. The bearing of B from A is 137. As you can see, B from A is 137. The bearing of C from B is 250. And the angle ACB is, what's the angle of this? 35. This one. Okay? 35 degrees. Now, we are asked to find the bearing of A from B. Okay? The bearing of A from B. So let's do this. Let's extend this one so that we discover something, and let's also extend this one. Now look at this. Let me use a different color. This side here, 137, is equal to this side. From here up to this straight line is also 137. These are alternative angles. It's like this. Okay? This angle here is equals to this angle. So even here is 137. So what we can do is, let's first know the angle from here up to here. Let's do this. So we can add 137 plus the straight line, which is 180, because when you extend this one like this, this side is 180. So you can say, since we are calculating for A, so we can say A, we can add 137 plus 180. Where are we getting the 137? This 137 here is equals to this side up to here. Okay? But the bearing is A from B. So from here up to the line connecting A and what? A and B. And what we know is that we are given the bearing of C from B as 250. Okay, but we know that the straight line is out of 180. Then this angle here is 170. So let's just add these two. So when you add the two, we are going to have 0 plus 7 is just 7. 1 plus 18. 8 plus 3 is 11. So you can just say 1 carry 1. 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1, 3. So 317. This is giving me 300 what? 317. Okay? It's giving me 317. As simple as this. Now, some of you may use different methods. Here you can still find the same answer. different methods. What do I mean different methods? You can find this angle here, then subtract it from 180. This angle is also equal to this angle. Okay, since this is a straight line and it's 180, and if out of 180 we are given 137, so you can subtract 137 from 180, so we can just say 180 minus 137. Okay, we're going to have this will be 7. 10 minus 7 is simply 3, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, then 7 minus 3 is 4. 1 minus 1 is 0. So this angle here, let me even label it so that you understand what I'm talking about. This is 43. Is 43? Yes, 43. So if here is 43, even here is also what? 43. Then you can just subtract from this from 360, then we'll find this angle, the remaining angle here. So we can say 360, which is a complete 10, minus 43. Am I right? Okay? Yes. So you can say 0 minus 3, you can just get 1 from 6, and this becomes 5. 10 minus 3 is 7. 5 minus 4 is 1. And you are remaining with 317. You see, even this way we will still find the same answer, 317. Now let's go to the second question. The second question is so B here. They're saying find the bearing of A. Where's A? Here, A from C. From here, C. Now let's just draw the north at C so that it helps us to find the bearing. So let's just do this. Then from here, let's draw the line up to the line connecting what? Connecting what's this? A and C. So in other words, they're asking us to find this angle here. Here. This angle. This smaller angle. Now, you can also use alternatives here, alternative angles. Alternative angles. Look at this. If you know this angle which is here, here, you can know this angle. Okay? You can know that angle. So yeah, like I said, that there are a lot of ways you can find, but you usually go with the method that is the shortest. Okay, so like I said, that this shape, if something is like this angle is equals to this angle, we can still apply that principle. You can say this angle here, this angle is equals to this angle. Let me use the different color so that you understand. This angle here is equals to this angle. From here where the north is up to this line connecting C and B. Okay, so if we can find this angle, okay, then it will be easy to find this one. Now, how can you find this angle? It is very simple, guys, very, very simple. Let's just subtract 180 from 250, then we find this angle. You see? So let's just subtract 180 from 250. So let's just write 250 minus 180. We'll find this angle. When we find this angle, automatically this angle, we'll find it. Then it will give it will be easy to find the question they're asking us to find. Okay. So 250 minus 180, it is what? It is 70. This is giving me 70 degrees. Okay? 70 degrees, finding this angle. Okay. Now, this is not our answer. It is just telling, this is just telling us that from here up to here is 70. Now, out of 70, we've been given 35. So we just have to subtract 35 from 70. You can say 70 degrees minus 35 degrees, which is therefore giving us 35 degrees. But remember, bearings are written as 3-digit what numbers. So this is just the 35 and it will be 035 or 035. And this is the final answer. Okay, so from here north up to here is 70. Out of 70 we will know 35, then 35 plus 35, it is what? It is 70. So that's it to this question. If you have questions, please feel free to ask in the comment section. Okay, if you have challenges with bearings, don't be on pressure. You can request for another video. Thank you so much. Remember to subscribe, guys, and also liking the video. This will help our channel grow and also being recommended to other viewers as well. Thank you so much. As we go to the next question, guys, we are still revising 2024 GCE paper 1. We are on question 16. This is under approximation, of course. Question 16, and question 16 is very simple, by the way. So we are looking at, this is part 3 of GCE, of the questions of the videos that we have done so far. This is part 3, and this is the last party. All right, so meaning we are finishing paper 1, the whole of paper 1. So just tell me if there's a question that I've skipped, if you've been following from part 1 to part 3. Okay, so question 16. The length of a sugarcane is measured as 2.6 meters. If its true length is 2.5, find the absolute error to percentage error. This is just, it is 4 marks. So make sure you get all the marks. Now, what we're going to do, it is very simple. The first one is to calculate the absolute error. So we're going to say absolute error is equals to, so this is the symbol for absolute, which is just a bar like this. So you can say measured value minus true value. Okay, minus true value like this. These are not brackets, but they show the meaning of the meaning of absolute. So you can just say this bar like this, just draw this bar, then write the measured value. So the measured value was 2.6, so 2.6 meters minus the true value of a sugarcane was 2.5 meters like this. Okay, now what is 2.6 minus 2.5? How do you subtract this without using a calculator? It is very simple. Just do this. Let me just write. Just write like this. 2.6 minus 2.5 like this. 6 minus 5 is 1 point. 2 minus 2 is 0. Okay. So, is it in centimeters or meters? Okay, it is in meters. All right. So, the absolute value, absolute value, the difference is negative what? 0.1 to negative, positive 0.1. So therefore, the absolute error is 0.1 meters. Okay, this is the absolute what? Absolute error. Now, let's calculate the percentage error. Okay, percentage error. Percentage error is very simple. So you can say percentage error is equals to the absolute value, okay, is equals to absolute value or error, divided by true value, multiplied by 100%, because we want to find what? The percentage. Okay, want to find the percentage. So when we substitute here, it's going to be, what was the absolute error? The absolute error was 0.1 divided by, what was the true value? The true value of the sugarcane was 2.5. 2.5 multiplied by 100%. How do you solve this without using a calculator? Okay, so there are some who have challenges with this. Now, what you do, you check the number of decimal places this has. This was 1, this also has 1. So you can multiply both sides by 10. When you multiply this by 10 and this by 10, it is just it's the same as, just move this decimal place to the right one time, and it will just be the same as 1 over, this also would be 1 over 25 multiplied by 100%. Okay, 100%. Now it is easy to solve from here. 25 into 25, 1 time. 25 into 100, 4 times. 4 times 1, 4. So the percentage error is just 4%. Okay, percentage error is 4%. That's all to question 16. So we can go to the next question. Okay, okay, this is the question, which is question 22. Okay, so this question 22 is also part of 2024 Mathematics Paper 1 GCE. Yes, and it's question 22. So 6 marks, meaning this is where you can get a lot of marks, guys. Make sure you solve this question. Those who are writing in October, is it October, November, somewhere there, and next year, which is 2025 GCE. Now, the diagram below shows a sketch of the graph of y is equals to x squared plus 3x plus 2. So this is the graph, okay? Passing through the points A and B here. Even this point, right? Yes, but they didn't indicate here, so I think there's no use to finding this point. Okay, so the first question here is saying, find the coordinates of A and B. Oh, wow, nice. A and B. Now listen and listen very, very carefully. This is the x-axis, and the value of y here in the x-axis is 0. So here y is equals to 0. You should know that. In the y-axis, the value of x in the y-axis is 0. So if you want to find the value of x here in the x-axis here, we should substitute y with exactly 0. In the x-axis, in the y-axis as well, if you want to find any point in the y-axis, you should substitute x with 0. Let's do exactly the start. Okay? So let's first find A. So to find A, we're going to substitute y with 0. So solutions here. A. Question A, 1. We substitute 0 where in this function. So let's write down the function y is equals to x squared plus 3x plus 2. Okay, since y is 0 in the x-axis, we're going to substitute y with 0, but let me just write it like this. X squared plus 3x plus 2 is equals to 0. It's the same as when you put 0 this side. Okay, is equals to 0. Let's Now, calculate. Now, let's solve the value of x by factorization. So we're going to find the product of a and c, and a is the number in front of x squared, which is simply 1. Then c is the constant here, which is just 2. So 1 times 2 is 2, so the product is 2. Then the sum is b. And what is b? b is positive 3. Check this out. Look for two numbers or two factors of 2 such that when you multiply them should give you positive 2, when you add them should give you positive 3. It is the same 1 and 3 and 2. Now use the same factors you found to split b. Okay, use these two to split this one so that we factorize by grouping. That's the whole essence of doing this. We're factorizing by grouping. So it will be x squared replaced with 1 is the positive 1. So we can't write positive 1x. Let's write x. Positive 2x. Then this one, write it the way it is like this, is equals to 0. Okay, now we have 4 terms we can factorize by grouping. So these two and these two. What is common here? X is common. Okay, we can see that x is common. X into x squared, it is just x. There's a positive number and there's a positive here, and this is positive, so it just be plus. X into x is just 1. Common factor here is 2. 2 into 2x, we just remain with x. Positive, just a positive. 2 into 2, 1 is equals to 0. Now, you can check here if what you are doing is correct. If what is in the bracket here is the same, just know that you are doing the right thing. Okay? But if what we are doing here is different, probably, you may be doing, you are doing something wrongly. Okay, so you have how many terms? You have 2 terms. You have this one and this one. What is common between these 2 terms? You find that x plus 1 is common. Open bracket. You just write this x which is outside here and the plus 2 which is outside here. Why doing this is the same as, since this is common, you factorize now by common factor. X plus 1 is common, x plus 1 is common. So x plus 1 into x plus 1 remain with x. X plus 1 into x plus 1 remain with 2. This is what we have. Now, we don't want to factorize. If you're just factorizing, the answer would have been this. Since there's an equal sign here, meaning we want to find the actual values of x. Now, you can just write x plus 1 is equals to 0, equate to 0, or x plus 2 is equals to 0. Then solve for x. X is equals to, when my positive 1 crosses the cosine, it becomes negative 1. Or when this positive 2 crosses the cosine, it becomes negative 2. So we have 2 answers, negative 1 and negative 2. Which one are we going to get? Check. This is the center and 0. There is this. So it means, so these our answers are telling us that the curve is cutting x-axis at 2 points on the negative side. The other one is negative 1, and the other one is negative 2. And they are asking us to find this coordinate and this coordinate, not this one. So we are not going to consider this one. We're going to consider this one. So you can say the coordinates of A, what is the value? So x is negative 2. What is the value of y? We've substituted y with what? 0, because y in the x-axis is 0. Okay? And listen very carefully. The value of y here is the constant number. The value of yb here is a constant number. Let's solve. Let me show you that you can just get 0,2. Y is equals to, let me use different color so that you see what I'm doing. Where's that pen? Okay, it's okay. Let's proceed. Y is equals to x squared plus 3x plus 2. Remember, we're finding b. What is the value of x? So we're going to substitute x with what? Wherever there is x with 0, like we've done for y. So y is equals to 0 squared plus 3 times 0 plus 2. So y is equals to, this is 0, this is 0, is equals to 2. Therefore, b, the coordinates of b will be not 2, 0, but we always start with x 0, 2. So here is going to be b is 0, 2. It's as simple as this. Okay? Simple as this. Now, listen. We are asked to find the minimum turning point. It's just at the minimum value of the curve. Okay? And the minimum value is where there is this turning, the y value of the turning point, in other words. So the answer should be negative. That is just a secret because it's on this negative side and it's just down here. Minimum usually is negative most of the times. Now, what is the formula for minimum value? It is very simple. Let's solve it from this side. The formula is y is equals to 4ac minus b squared over 4a. Then let's substitute y is equals to 4. What is the value of a in this equation? A is 1. So we're going to substitute with 1. What is c? C is the constant number, which is just 2. Minus, what is b? 3. And it will be just 3 squared divided by 4 multiplied by a, which is just 1. Okay? I hope you are following. Okay, if you like this channel and the teaching and how things are explained, consider subscribing, guys, even liking the video. Let's proceed. Now, since we are not using a calculator here, so you can't punch everything on the calculator, so we simply just simplify, make it simple. Okay, 4 times 1 times 2 is 8. 4 times 1, 4 times 2, 8. So we just write 8 minus 3 squared, it is 3 times 3, which is just 9. 4 times 1 is just 4. Is equals to, y is equals to 8 minus 9 is negative 1 over 4. So this is the answer. Negative 1 over 4 is the minimum value. Okay. Minimum value. Oh, there is a last question. It's not under this topic, it's under indices. Okay, so let's solve it as well. Okay, because it's part of this question, which is question B. We are asked to solve the equation 81 minus 27 to the power x is equals to 0. Listen and listen very carefully. So here, let's just leave the number which has an x on the on the left side. Okay, let's take the 84 to the other side. So this side will just remain with negative 27 to the power x is equals to 81. Oh, negative 81, because the sign will change. Since it's positive, when it crosses the cosine, the sign will what? The sign changes. Okay, now you can say divide both sides by negative 27, negative 27. This is not 27x. It is 27 to the power x, negative 27 to the power x. So what you do, first let's divide by negative so that you get rid of negative 1, even this is negative 1, so that you get rid of a negative. We just deal with positive numbers. So 27 x to the power x is equals to negative divided by negative is positive. So you can just write positive 81. Then when you reach this stage, you need now to make bases the same. How can you make these two having the same bases? Which number can we or can you use or can we use? We know that we can't use 2. No. There's no way 2 can give us 27. The rest of the power, any number give us 27. 3, yes. 3 to the power 3 is what? This is 27. So the x is there. Now can 81 be written to the power of 3? Yes. I mean to the base of 3? Yes. It can be written as 3 to the power 4. Okay? 3 to the power 4. Now bases are the same, just to get the powers. When you get the powers, it will be 3 times x, 3x. This is equals to, just get the power there, 4. So over 3 over 3. Then this 3 and this 3 cancel. Therefore, x is equals to, so this is improper fraction, so you can leave it as mixed fraction. 3 into 4, 1, the remainder 1 over 3. And this is the answer. Now, you can check if, now, you can prove if your answer is correct, but don't do this in the exam. So you can say, is this visible? It's not. How about this one? Somehow. So you can say, substitute 4 over 3 where there is 27 for x. Since x is this one, you can just write 27 to the power 4 over 3. Okay? What is the answer? We should find 81. Okay? So, remember what I usually say, that if a base is raised to a fractional power, the denominator of the fraction becomes the root. So it will be the cube root of 27 to the power 4. Which number, when you multiply itself 3 times, it should give you 27. It is 3. So it will be 3 to the power 4. And what is 3 to the power 4? 81. Okay? 81. So our answer here is 100% correct. Remember to subscribe, guys. Comment. Okay. This is the only way you can help the channel grow. As we proceed to the next question, please just like the video.